Hi, this video is about the Cloud Practitioner certification, how I passed my experience, and some resources that you can use to pass the Cloud Practitioner certification. Now, a bit about myself. I am a front-end developer and have been one for 5 years now, and closing in on 6 years soon. So because of being a front-end developer, I don't have a lot of experience with cloud or AWS, but from being a developer, you do hear a lot about AWS from other colleagues, whether they're backend developers or they work in DevOps. So going into the exam, I didn't really know much about cloud and AWS in particular. I had sort of heard about EC2s and other AWS services like Redshift for analytics, but I didn't have much familiarity with them and what they did. The AWS Cloud Practitioner was sort of an opportunity for me to sort of know more about these different AWS services, what they do, what they're used for, and so yeah, and just give me that sort of background on them. So yeah, so the reason why I sort of did the Cloud Practitioner certification was because I'm trying to get to the Associate Developer certification. So the Cloud Practitioner was it's sort of like a stepping stone and sort of like an entry into other sort of AWS certifications because a lot of them just build off of the knowledge from Cloud Practitioner certification. When I was praying for the AWS Cloud Practitioner exam, I gave myself about a month to prepare for it, and then after that, I gave myself another further 2 weeks because when I started doing the practice exams, I wasn't really passing. So I gave myself a little bit more time, and I used Stefan Marek's course on Udemy, which is quite a good course. I would definitely recommend using it as well. He does really go in depth, and it doesn't go too much into depth because Cloud Practitioner doesn't require you to go too much into depth. But he also provides some practical guides and shows you around the console and how to sort of create your own EC2 and things like that. So it is really useful from that perspective of things. But once you've sort of gone through the course, finished a chapter or something like that, I do definitely recommend sort of just consolidating your knowledge and also using tools like ChatGPT, for example, which is something I wish I would have done more, and sort of use ChatGPT to sort of quiz myself about my knowledge on certain aspects. Like for example, if I finish the chapter on VPCs and networking, I wish I would have used ChatGPT to sort of quiz me on questions about knuckles and different VPC setups and things like that. So I would definitely recommend doing that. Now there are two ways that you can sort of do the exam, and one of them is to sort of go into a test center and do it from there, and sort of travel there and everything. And the other one is to sort of do it from home. But when you do it from home, you will have an invigilator sort of watching you through your webcam, and they'll just be observing you to make sure that you're not cheating or anything like that. So yeah, so that's something to be aware of, and also they'll ask you to see your table, your desk, and just see if there's anything on there that you can use to cheat, and they'll ask you if there's sort of a wrapper on there, or if there's a book on there, they'll ask you what's there, and then to remove it as well. So that is something that you need to be aware of. And also as well, you can't sort of leave the exam once it's started. And it is, to be honest, quite a long exam. So please do prepare to for the exam once you know what time it is and things like that, because you're not allowed to sort of walk away. You have to sort of stay in front of your screen, and it is quite a long exam. It's 65 questions, so I definitely do recommend being prepared for sitting down for a long period of time, and also make sure that your laptop is charged as well, because you don't want it to run out of charge and you have to get up and get your charger. That won't be accepted, and they will sort of cancel your exam or fail you. So be aware of that. Now, full disclosure, my company did pay for my cloud practitioner certification. Like if they wouldn't have paid for it, I don't think I would have actually like done the certification. I would have sort of prepared for it because my ultimate goal isn't to get the cloud practitioner. My ultimate goal is to get the developer associate certification. So so I'll use like the cloud practitioner as sort of like a stepping stone to that. So so like the reason why I did get the like cloud practitioner was to sort of get my good like knowledge on like basic knowledge understanding of the different AWS services because there is a lot of them, and even if you have used AWS like for a long time, I do recommend still like, sort of like doing like the course or doing like some practice papers because like a lot of like most people only use like a very few services of AWS. So it'll give you like a broad understanding of the different AWS services and what they do, and it's interesting as well, like to see like especially like there's one like called Poly, which sort of like transcribes audio, which I found like very useful. I didn't know that they had that. But yeah, so yeah, just do please be aware of that as well. So ultimately, whether or not you do the cloud practitioner sort of depends on your goals and whether you think that the certification will be worth it will sort of depend on your situation. So I hope that this video was useful, and if it was, please do share it, click like, and subscribe to my channel as well. Thank you.